This town in Italy is slowly disappearing, and the only way to reach it is a single bridge. No cars, no direct roads, just a hill, constantly being eroded by wind and rain. So why do people still go there? Because this place mirrors exactly how it feels when your own world is crumbling down. Civita di Bagnoregio sits on top of a fragile volcanic plateau in central Italy. The land beneath it is literally crumbling. This town was built by the ancient Etruscans over 2,500 years ago. Back then, it was vast and powerful. But for centuries, non-stop landslides and tectonic shifts have been eating away the cliffs. Today, only a tiny fraction of the original city remains. That's why it's often called the dying city. Today, the only access is a long pedestrian bridge connecting it to the modern world. Every step you take across it brings you closer to a place that almost doesn't exist anymore. When you arrive, the first thing you notice is the silence. No traffic, no chaos. Just narrow stone streets, old buildings, and the sound of the wind echoing through the valley. It doesn't feel abandoned. It feels paused. Maybe that's why this place feels so different. Not because it's beautiful, but because it's temporary. Every visit here is limited. Every view is slowly changing. And somehow, that makes you pay more attention. Places like this aren't just destinations, they're reminders that not everything lasts forever. And if a city can stand so beautiful, so peaceful, while crumbling from its very foundations, maybe you can too. Maybe your cracks aren't your end. They're just making you focus on what truly matters. But Civita is not the only place in Italy that teaches us how to survive when everything falls apart. A few hours away, hidden in the southern region of Basilicata, sits Craco. From a distance, it looks like a majestic sculpture carved into the side of a cliff. But as you get closer, you realize nobody lives here. Craco is a medieval ghost town. For over 1,000 years, it was a thriving community filled with life, laughter, and history. But in the 1960s, a series of devastating landslides forced the entire population to pack up their lives and leave. A few years later, a violent earthquake sealed its fate forever. The people had to abandon the only home they ever knew, not because they wanted to, but because staying was no longer safe. Walking through Craco today feels like walking through a dream. The roofs have collapsed. Open doorways lead to empty rooms, and wild grass grows through the floors of ancient churches. Yet, despite being completely hollow, the town refuses to fall. It stands tall against the horizon, strong, resilient, and hauntingly beautiful. Craco is a physical reminder of one of the hardest human experiences, the art of letting go. It shows us that sometimes life forces us to leave a place, a relationship, or a version of ourselves behind. Not because we failed, but because staying would destroy us. And just like Craco, you can be completely empty. You can feel abandoned by the world and still stand as a powerful masterpiece. Both of these places survive their own destruction. One is slowly fading away, and the other was forced to start over from nothing. But both remain unforgettable. See them before they're gone. If these quiet escapes gave your mind a moment of peace, please take a second to subscribe to our channel. And tell me in the comments below, have you ever felt like you were standing on a crumbling bridge or being forced to abandon a life you loved? Let's explore the world's quietest corners together.